This is The Real Shift with Templeton Walker
and Kristen Cantrell,
where we break down all things Real Broker, why we both decided to move our businesses to Real Brokerage. We interview top agents from across the nation, like you're going to hear today. Guys, welcome back to The Real Shift podcast with Templeton and
Kristen.
And we are honored and excited to have a really good friend here. You're actually in both of our uplines at Real. I think you're 2 up from me, 3 up from you. But you're out in Washington, D.C., and it is Ryan Zook. Is it Washington, D.C.-ish?
Yeah, Northern Virginia and Washington, D.C. metro area.
But the one and only Ryan Zook. What's up, brother? Thank you for being here.
What?
We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. I'm honored to be hanging out with the two of you today. I'm the lucky one.
You are.
You are 100%.
Hey, give us, the 2-minute Cliff Notes version of kind of your career up to the point of making the decision to move to Real, and then we'll unpack that.
Okay, so been in the industry for 23 years. First 10 years were at a East Coast brokerage called Long and Foster. The next 10 years, I started a real estate team and spent the next 10 years of my career at Keller Williams, which everybody's heard of. And I will tell you, there was really nothing wrong with Keller Williams, but for me, I was looking for more opportunity. And so about 3.5 years ago, I explored every single different brokerage model, Compass, EXP. I have my broker's license, so thought about independent and flat fee brokerages. Somebody wanted me to open a Realty One franchise. And through that exploration, I spent a lot of time diving into EXP. And I know this is not an EXP versus real conversation, but spent a lot of time diving into EXP. Yeah, spent time diving in. And what I loved about it is it was a low fee option with some revenue share and stock options where there were not very many brokerages like that. And so I spent about 4 months looking heavily into it. And through that process, I found Real. And so I moved literally 3 years ago, August 1st of 2022, to Real. And I will tell you that it has changed my life. And I know that's a very weird thing to say from a brokerage, but it's changed my life. It's changed a lot of my agents' lives in terms of building stock portfolios. I play a lot in the attraction space, so the revenue share has changed our financial future for our family for, generations, honestly. So that was really exciting for me. And our team, we sell 100 million. I've got about 15 full-time agents, another handful to dozen part-time agents or brand new agents. And so, yeah, if you're listening to this and you've got DC Metro, Northern Virginia referrals, we'd love to help. But yeah, no. So I've been an operator and a visionary in our real estate team, but I have promoted our COO to actually running my real estate team, and I spend a lot of time in the real space, obviously hanging out with people like you.
So
yeah, that's my story.
I think that a lot of people listening are going to be like, okay, I'm in that spot. Like, I've been selling real estate. I've been a top producer. I have a team. Should I open up my own brokerage, or should I go with a company like Real? When you were going through looking at all these different options, like, why didn't you start your own brokerage?
I will say this, there has to be the end in mind. And so for me, I thought about, I didn't want to have to sell real estate 10 years from now. I didn't want to have to run a brokerage 10 years from now. And for me, it was easier to plug into a business model and continue to build. I still sell, I still operate a team, even though I've got somebody who's running it day to day. And now I'm able to play in a space that has passive income. And so for me, it was just an easier solution for what the next 5 to 10 years look like. And ironically, there are a lot of broker owners that have made the decision to say, hey, we're going to look for the end in mind. And they've chosen to partner at Real, which is kind of the irony of all of this. But yeah, I didn't know what I didn't know, but I did see kind of the writing on the wall because EXP proved it. I mean, when they came into the cloud-based space, they proved it that it could work. And then Real, obviously, as you guys know, is the fastest growing publicly traded brokerage in the world. And so they are Real essentially refined the cloud-based brokerage space in terms of what we pay versus the value that we receive. And yeah, for me it was a 5 to 10 year decision, and honestly it was the best move I could have ever made.
When
And again, this is not to take away from, well, real quick, I was going to say, this is not to take away. I've got plenty of friends in other brokerage models that still sell a ton of real estate and are very happy. But for me, this was, I wanted an opportunity to hang up my real estate cleats when my kids are in college and I want to go travel. And so um, I'll still always sell, but at the end of the day, I don't want to feel like I have to sell to put food on the table.
Yeah.
And so these other business models with this opportunity, it's wild.
Yeah.
So
So when you were comparing the two, like you're heavily into EXP and then you find Real, what did you find was like what was it that like led you into choosing Real over EXP?
so at the time, I had two friends that were here at Real. And one of them told me, Ryan, the opportunity at Real is so much greater. And so the stock was about $2. It's still only at $5. And so for us to double our money in our stock portfolio, it just has to go from 5 to 10. And that was a whole lot easier than EXP stock to go from 10 to 20 to double the same amount of money. Financially, Real was cheaper. They give better stock options. Um, the revenue share was, and again, not everybody's going to play in the revenue share space, but for me, I was interested in what that looked like, and they pay you the most for people that you're closest in proximity to. And so for me, I thought that I could build a network faster with a up and coming brokerage than I could at EXP, where there were 90,000 agents. Um, and so, I mean, I have people in my market that are with EXP that moved 4 or 5 years before me and have networks that are a tenth of the size of my network. Just because it's harder to attract to a model that there's already 90,000 people there. And so for me, it was the risk reward of plugging into a model where there were only 6,000 agents. Now we're only at 29,000 agents. Um, and so there's just a lot of upside potential with the stock run and the revenue share opportunity. And at the end of the day, it's cheaper. I mean, it's cheaper for every agent to
Yeah.
operate in this business model. Um, Now, I've learned a lot of cool stuff since with the fintech and the culture and things like that, but that's why I made that decision at the time.
I know for me, one of the things that drew me in was I just felt like I wanted to sell and attract to something that was easier to sell and attract to. And EXP is meant, we have a lot of great friends there and a lot of fantastic people, but as a whole, everyone's kind of already heard the message. So I felt like, what's going to differentiate me on like, if I call someone and say, hey, Ryan, can I talk to you about something? And you're like, yeah, Temp, what's going on, man? And I go, EXP. It's like, dude, I've heard it. I've been pitched. But the inverse happened for me where once I moved to Real and I started raising my hand and just saying I'm here, the phone was ringing inbound,
Yeah.
right? Like I wasn't
Yep.
recruiting or trying to hunt people down. Like it was just like as long as I was waving my flag saying I'm here, it was inbound. Did you have that same experience? One, and then I also you mentioned fintech. Um, One of the things that is really attractive is all the tools and technology that Real is building for us as agents. Could we talk about the fintech, specifically Real Wallet? But first, did you have that sort of attraction the same way where you weren't like hunting people, they were kind of hunting you? Because that's how it felt for me.
Eh, Yeah, I mean there's definitely curiosity when you're the kind of new kid on the block. Um, and I mean I will say, I just, even with my own team, when I had the conversation, I said, hey guys, I think we're going to move to EXP. And I got a lot of like kind of like the down shoulders at
Yeah.
first, and it's not to say that EXP is not a good company, but at the end of the day, there were people in our market that I mean, you go to a Real Producers event or you go to a networking event, and there are people that would literally follow you to your car in the parking lot and say, hey, come have a conversation with me about EXP, which is a turnoff to a lot of people. That people don't want to be recruited. Some people do, but most don't want to be recruited. They just want to be in community with other people. And so, yeah, I had the inverse as well, where people said, "Hey, I'm curious. I'd love to have the conversation." Now, I do push content on social media just to create some of the buzz and the curiosity. Um, but at the end of the day, I mean, we real didn't have the stigma of being a recruiting brokerage,
Yeah.
even though there is rev share. Um, and to be honest with you, in our code of conduct, we still can't be like waving the flag and I mean twirling the fire and all of that stuff to say, hey, come and join our company, come and join our company. It's very nonchalant, no pressure approach to building a community. And it really is built on, hey, let's continue to just pour into people because we love the people, and pour into the value. So that for me, it it became a whole lot easier than just having recruiting breath. Um, and ironically, I mean, my network is grown pretty substantially to a point where it's becoming a whole lot of fun. Like I get to hang out with people like you guys, and it's just we're friends. We're friends who sell real estate. And so
You're being
and we bounce ideas off.
you're being a little shy. How big is your network today?
So I'm at 2750
Oh,
right now.
That's
that's
pretty amazing.
that is insane,
A
In
buddy.
little,
3 years.
yeah, yeah. So 3 years, 2750, and honestly, it doesn't happen by recruiting 2700 people. It happens by being in community with people who want to do the same things. I mean, build for their families, build for their future, have passive income. Now I have a lot of people in my network that just want to sell real estate, and we can talk about that too. But you do have to build with people that see the vision for it to build as fast as it's building. And so that's been really exciting. I know you mentioned fintech. Um, you're absolutely right that Real is rolling out tools for us to be business owners. And and I know that's a very weird thing to say because at the end of the day, I mean, we're all doing the same thing. We're all selling real estate, helping buyers and sellers, but Real is investing so heavily in the tech for us, both from a transactional and the AI stuff to how we manage our money. And so I've been a big adopter of the Real Wallet. Um, Literally yesterday, I just passed 1 million rewards points, and I am the first person to hit 1 million in the company. And we can certainly talk about that, but it's just crazy that through the business model of fintech and through this whole real wallet that we can get points that equal money that offset what we pay to the company, and in turn the company gives us money for doing all the things that we're doing. Like it's just crazy that we can be in a business model where we help people buy and sell real estate, but I operate for free. I get paid a lot of money in revenue share. My stock portfolio is, I mean, a couple $100,000 just for doing what I did at Keller Williams. It's crazy.
So if somebody listening right now is like, "What's fintech?" I have no idea what he's talking about.
So
Good
I
question.
was that kid. I was that kid in the back of the room that literally Tamir and our ownership group is like, hey, we're evaluated as a fintech company, and I'm like, what the heck is fintech? And by the way, I googled fintech and it said financial technology, and I'm like, crap, I still have no idea what this
Yeah,
means.
same.
And so
I literally have the same
yeah,
thought.
so what I tell people when people ask me about what fintech is, and I don't even know if this is right to say this, but I talk about Starbucks. So everybody knows Starbucks. It's a coffee company. Um, I get my egg bites from there. I mean, at least a couple days a week. But what people don't realize is that there are 33 million people across the world that have the Starbucks app, including myself, including probably both of you guys. And we preload $25 onto our Starbucks card or into our Starbucks app in order to go buy food. But what people don't see is the $1.5 billion sitting on Starbucks's platform that they're using to make money. And as a result, their stock price goes up. And so Real is now the only brokerage, by the way, that is playing in the financial technology space where We've partnered with a bank. Everybody's commission dollars goes into this real wallet that each of us individually have, which is cool because we actually get paid same day. Our rev share, all of our money goes into this real wallet account. And then we have the capability to move that money if we want to. Or we have the option now to have a real debit card and go use that real debit card to go buy things. And so when I talked about being a business owner, which is cool, is I mean, we can pay for our lock boxes, our signs, our drones, all with our real debit card. We get points, okay, and we can use those points that turn into value, money, and then offset what we pay back to the brokerage. Now, people are just thinking like, okay, well, how does this all make sense? What's happening is every time we go swipe our card, Rio gets that merchant or a portion of that merchant or interchange fee from that vendor. So if we go to a restaurant, we go order anything, they get that portion of that merchant fee, and in turn, Rio makes money off of that. Makes money or is using money sitting on the platform because I'm leaving money in my bank account, my real wallet bank account, and I'm doing it to get points. Okay, but Real has, I think they just in their Q2, they have $14 million sitting on their platform right now with only 3,000 agents of the 29,000 agents so far. So as we get adoption,
Crazy.
as people start using it, then I mean, I'll just say this. You guys know who Clayton Getz is. I asked him, I said, hey, when do you actually start thinking that you move your money out of this your real stock account? And I said, what dollar amount does the real stock have to get to? And he said $50. He's like, that's where I think it's going to go. And so, which is wild. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. Um, and we had that conversation this morning, but the fintech stuff, it really is a banking platform that helps us be more entrepreneurial. We get points. We get to track our expenses with QuickBooks. We've got Apple Pay. We've got a real debit card. No other brokerage is doing this, like none. And so, from a tools perspective, that's probably been the most exciting thing that we've used. And my goal is to have all of my business expenses running through Real Wallet by the end of 2025. And so yeah, it's been cool. It's been fun.
I also love like the tax savings account, having everything automatically. Like you can allocate whatever percent you choose. So I think I chose 25% of any money that gets put into my real wallet will go into my tax account. And I feel like just having that automatically done is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm telling people because we get points. All of the real agents that use Real Wallet, we get points for leaving money in our account or using our real debit card. Okay. Now, if we use our real debit card, the point value becomes higher per purchase because they're earning that merchant fee. But we get points for leaving money in our account. And so for those that are playing in the space, I'm encouraging them to allocate money into that tax account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just leave it
Just leave
until
it.
you got to go pay your
That's it. You're
quarterlies.
gonna have
Yeah,
to pay it anyway.
totally.
Yeah. Yeah, so leave it in there, earn rewards points, use the rewards points to offset fees. Okay, and it's better than leaving it in just a normal bank account that's commingled with everything else. And so yeah, I mean it's helping agents who are traditionally non-good savers or non-good financial planners to actually kind of operate like business owners, which is cool.
What is it? So obviously the fintech, the collaboration through community has just been incredible. The revenue share and the attraction you've grown at an insane level. If someone's listening to this and they want to follow in your footsteps and become some version of what you've created, what are a few nuggets that you could leave them to help them obviously sell good real estate, be great realtors, but like if they did want to attract, what are some of the best tools and practices they can have to grow a network, maybe to 2,700 someday, or even to just 100, right? Like whatever it might be.
Yeah, I mean, all of whether it's 100 or 2,700, all of it is free passive income. And so we don't have to spend money. I mean, you may have to buy a coffee or take somebody out to a lunch, but you don't really have to spend money to earn that passive income. Normally, I mean, you play in the investing space, you need capital to go make money.
Hmm.
So this is just time. So that's kind of just one thing that anybody, any agent at Real can play in this space. I will say surrounding yourself with people like the two of you who are invested in trying to grow, who can speak the same language, who can help with attraction calls. Because again, a brand new agent or even if they're an experienced realtor, they may not know how to have the attraction conversation. And so having you guys hop on a call and just say, here's what it's like to be at Real. And at the end of the day, it's not a sales pitch. Like I tell people, this is not a timeshare meeting. I'm not forcing you to be here. I'm not going to sell you something at the end of this. It's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to sell real estate with a brokerage that gives you all of these tools and tech. And oh, by the way, if you have these conversations, it can turn into passive income. So I tell people like anybody can get started. Okay, whether it's 100 people or 2,700 people, it's going to turn into a substantial amount of passive income. Okay, and I would say partnering with quality people.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, you know this, like if you guys said, "Hey, I've got somebody that is interested, I mean, wants to see what a network of your size looks like." I mean, I'd be the first person to say, "Let's hop on a call."
Right.
And I mean, you guys are both care about this space enough, and you know it, you know a lot about the space that yeah, just I think it's just partnering with the right people.
I was going to say, even like outside of growing a network, I think everyone in our organization's been so great on hopping on calls and strategizing, like just about even like the different businesses that I have or like anything I'd want to get on a call with. Everyone's been super supportive.
Yeah, and we have I will say this that this may come across the wrong way, but I'm just gonna say it. Not all sponsors are created equal.
No.
And there are people that go bring somebody to Real and then they, for lack of a better word, just don't continue to pour into those people. And I know this watching the two of you, you both pour your heart and soul into the people that have trusted you with these sponsorships. And so that's number one. But number two, it is yeah, so take the responsibility of somebody choosing you.
Mhm.
And so again, not all sponsors are created equal, but in addition to that, it is one of those that at Real we have this concept called One Real, where it's not perfect, but it is pretty dang close, where we're all wearing the same jersey, we're all wanting to help grow, we're all wanting to help anybody, regardless of the network that you're a part of. And so I know we're all in community together. And so if I have somebody that says, hey, they want to start a community of content creators, I'd be like, Kristen, you do this at such a high level. Let's do this. If I have somebody, and I mean, Temp knows this, like if I have somebody that wants to learn about investing or flipping, I mean, I know exactly who I'm going to go talk to. And so you guys bring skill sets. And so people that are outside of your network, you're willing to help, and people that are inside your network, you're obviously willing to help. And so yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to be in community with people.
Yeah.
Like it's fun.
It is so fun.
Well, we want to be. No, you go. Sorry.
Oh,
No, you
well,
go.
I was going to say, like, I think we should end with, like, what are you looking forward to at Real right now?
Um, so I tell people this, like I kind of lived from 6,000 to 29,000 agents. I kind of lived in the what felt like a very startup phase of trying to get all the right brokers in place and trying to figure out the tech and try to kind of figure all of that stuff out. And now we're kind of moving into this whole phase where we're going to start to see some very explosive growth. I mean, we've got amazing agents at Rio. We've got the tech. I mean, the tech is changing the game. I mean, everybody talks about ChatGPT 5.0, and I don't even understand what that means. I'm going to go learn it from some other people and the Jason Pantanas of the world that are teaching to our community and things like that. But I'm just excited to see kind of this whole next chapter of us going from almost 30,000 agents to probably doubling in the next 18 months. And through that, we're going to see a lot of wealth building that's going to happen. I mean, people that are going to make a lot of money in stock, people that are going to make some money in building revenue share networks. And so I think we're going to see some very explosive growth because we've started to figure out all the right pieces to say, here's what we need as agents. It's not perfect, but it's getting pretty dang close to helping us operate our real estate business more efficiently. And I think that we will go from 30,000 agents to 60,000 agents over the next, which by the way, that's wild to say out loud. Okay. Um, that I think the next 18 to 24 months that's what's going to happen. Because a cloud-based model, it's less expensive and they give us so much value
So
for
much.
what we pay.
Yeah.
And and so yeah, I'm excited about the explosive growth, and I know that Real is continuing to invest in tech, um, and so they've hinted at the consumer facing uh,
Hmm.
AI stuff, and so we're going to learn a lot about that in the next 3 or so months. But yeah, no, I'm excited about where we're going. It's kind of funny, real quick, but just when you like you go to a new city and you're trying to figure out how to like navigate the subway or navigate like where you got to go, especially if you're in a foreign country and you don't speak the language and you're just like that anxiety feeling about like, am I in the right place? And then when you arrive at the right place, you're like, holy crap, like I know that I'm at the hotel, I know that I've gotten to my destination. It is such a rewarding and awesome feeling to know that you're on the right bus.
Hmm.
And I know that's a very weird thing to say, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm at the right brokerage. Like,
Yeah.
and I've sold real estate for 23 years, and that's again not a sales pitch. It's not a sermon. It's just I know that I'm in the right spot, and I know that I'm surrounded with the right people. And I've got friends at other brokerages, but it's a really awesome feeling to be kind of where we are right now.
I love that analogy. Well,
So,
Ryan, man, I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you carving out some time and being here with us. We appreciate you. Where can people find you online if they're looking to connect?
so I don't have TikTok.
Just
I don't have Snapchat. I actually don't like Facebook. So I'm of the Facebook generation, but I prefer Instagram. It's just at Ryan Zook, RyanZook. Um, and so yeah, that's how people find me, or just Google Ryan Zook and I'll hopefully pop up. There's not that many Ryan
yeah.
Zooks out there. So
Awesome.
Well, hey, we appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you being here. For everyone listening, be sure to like and subscribe. Share this with a friend if it makes sense. Kristen or myself or Ryan are happy to jump on a call and help you grow your financial freedom and wealth through Real. And let's keep doing this, man. We appreciate you.
appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.